Welcome in second, cousins. Oof. A tough one. The Orlando Magic fall to the Golden State Warriors 121-115. And I am here with Jay to run it down and to give our reaction to a tough loss, Jay. Stayed connected. Paulo with his probably second best game of the year behind that 50 burger, his best game since coming back from the oblique. He has 41, 6, and 5. He was getting to the hoop, and the harm. His midi was working. He hit 4 of 10 from beyond the arc, and boy, oh boy, did he posted the shit out of Kayvon Looney. It's tough to go down when Paulo is playing like that. You're not. I'm done, Jay. You can talk now.
I'm still trying to figure. Yeah, no. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel. Do I give Paulo, the props because he had a 40-point game, 41 points?
Yes.
Or do we just continue to tell our guys to get their heads out of their ass?
Maybe a little both.
Yeah, man. It's extremely frustrating. First of all, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, Jay.
Tough circumstances, man. I'm short of words, man. I'm frustrated. Mm-hmm. It seems like the last few episodes where I jump on and do this reaction with you, it's very consistent. It's a whole lot of frustration going on.
Yep.
Why? That picture of Jeff Weltman flying around, the look of shame,
yes,
the look of sadness, the look of defeat.
Yes, I have.
I hope everybody around you is making you feel like shit. Because, bro, come on, Jeffrey. I was in one of the Orlando Magic HQ spaces the other night, and somebody went in there and called him Jeffrey.
Oh, that's good.
So that's what we're running with now.
Okay,
he's Jeffrey. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's cool. Paulo got 41 points, but let me make sure I stay focused, man. First and foremost, we lose this game. We are fouling too much. They got to the line 34 times, or 34 attempts, right? And 30 of those attempts were made. 30 points from that game, strictly from the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane, man.
Yeah.
Whether it's the refs or not, we understand how we play, and this is not new to us. We know how we play, so if the game is not going your way in that regard, rethink the strategy. Stop fouling so much, man.
Yeah, I get that.
I get that.
It was bad this game, and I'm gonna give some shit to the Zebras in a second. But I think the headline here is you've got a great effort from Paolo Banchero, but you lose to a Herculean effort from Steph Curry, the chef. I mean, the greatest shooter of all time has 56. He's 12 of 19 from 3, 12 of 12 from the line. I mean, he's in all his glory. I don't think he missed in the third quarter. He came out so hot, man. And it is frustrating, but especially when the refs are making, 34-18 was the disparity at the charity stripe, Jay. And that last call in the end, in the fourth quarter, the no call on Draymond Green, who just comes through the back of Jonathan Isaac, that is an egregious miss. I'll give you all the ticky-tack bullshit throughout the game. They don't need it. Steph Curry's on a fucking heater, all right, refs? They don't need the help, man. But they were calling all types of bullshit, and then that Draymond is just egregious. The whole arena sees it. J.I. has position. Draymond goes through his back. At that point, it's 114-111. It's a one-possession game with 1:19 left. The momentum's kind of swinging our way. We're going back and forth. We would have the ball in a one-possession game. I would have liked to see that game, referees. I would have liked to see that one instead of what transpired, which just became then a free throw shooting contest. Steph hits a couple, and it's like kind of over even when we hit our shots, just a parade to the free throw line. And I thought that was just a crappy way to end an extremely exciting game, because even with this season-high effort from Steph Curry, we're in the game, man. Like, after getting our asses handed to us, dog-walked by the Cavaliers by 40 points, I love the effort that our team came out with, Jay. Like, first quarter, man.
For sure.
That was unbelievable. We win that first quarter. Oh, I lost my fucking notes on that game book. Yeah, here it is. We win that first quarter 34-23. We have 8 assists on 15 makes. But like you said, the turnovers, they ended up killing us.
We came in, ready to rock. But then, unfortunately, which is something that I feel like if you go back and watch our reactions, I keep mentioning it and it keeps happening. We have to mature, man. We allow the refs and the tempo of the game to pretty much control our outcome based on our emotions, right? If defense is not looking good for us, it 100% affects our offense. Like, we let it affect it way too much, right? We start scrambling, start doing all these crazy shots. Those are the games that you got J.I. shooting, 5 3-pointers, Wendell Carter shooting 10 3-pointers and get 2 rebounds or whatever. I mean, shout out to, he's doing a little bit better. He's getting in there, right?
Yeah.
But outside of all those things, right? Unfortunately, this is a sport where there's a lot of things that you can't control. But I tell you what we can control, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
We can control KCP getting 34 minutes and scoring 0 points in the damn game.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
Attempting 1 shot. Listen, we clearly missed on that, right? We hoped that it was the move that we needed to make, but we clearly missed on that. I can't even remember. Did we sign him for 2 years?
It's a 2+1, I believe. I think it's a 2+1. Could be a 3-year. We have a team option.
KCP better get cooking, or he is going to be out of here.
Yeah, wow. I think you're probably mirroring a lot of frustration with that acquisition. And I don't know, I think it's towards Kenny right now, but it really probably is coming from Weltman and the lack of moves and not the quite right moves for the team this year. Man, you brought it up. When things don't stop going our way, we start talking to the ref and stop talking to each other. The ball was on a string in the first quarter. We're whipping it around, getting defense, running, and then, Steph starts to get hot. We get the moment gets a little too big, and our guys seem a little too young, and they start getting frustrated and calling at the ref instead of talking to each other, playing tight defense, and moving the ball. The offense just gets stagnant in the second half a little bit, second and third quarter. It's more dribble, bad shot instead of those easy buckets going to the lane. And it sucks, man. The turnovers, but we can't blame the rest. We got to only look at ourselves. Like,
that's what I'm saying. We got to do the things that we can control.
Right.
We got to, that's my outlook on it, is like, dude, focus on what you can control and just let the rest of the stuff play itself out.
Yeah. I mean, 6 turnovers in the first quarter. That was a harbinger of more to come. It's 18 turnovers in the game for 20 points. So you lose a game by 6. Really felt even tighter than that at the end, and you gave up 20 points on turnovers. We just need a few of those back, man. Need a few of those back. It's tough to take. And I hear your frustration with Kenny. I don't think it's his fault. It did suck that he missed an open 3 in the corner. I don't know if it would have changed the outcome of the game pretty close to the end. I think they still would have been ahead. But it was unfortunate. Franz Wagner, though, I do want to give him props, man. 27 points, 11 of 22, 50% from the floor, had 2 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals. Franz Wagner is the best defender on the Orlando Magic right now. You can see it with your eyes. Sure. You can see it in the statistics. He has the best on-off percentages. He helps when he's off, our defensive rating is lower, I think, than any other player. He's just tremendous, and that's what's going to make him a superstar.
No. Listen, I'm gonna go even one further, and I dare somebody to go into the comments and challenge me on this. Right? I'm gonna pay attention, and we're gonna have a conversation about this.
Ooh.
I had to look at the date. Thursday, February 27th. The Orlando Magic, in its current state, is Franz Wagner's team. This is not Paolo's team right now. This is Franz's team. Yeah, he had a good night. Let me tell you something. I wasn't there today, but I've been at the last 3 or 4 home games. And when Paolo was having them rough games, Franz was calling the shots. Again, these are things I like pointing this stuff out because there's so much that happens that you don't see on the camera, right? The camera is obviously going to be on the ball at all times. But unfortunately, for the people who don't see this, on TV and all this stuff, they don't see what these players are doing when they don't have the ball. And Franz, when Paolo was having them rough times, I don't know what was going on with Paolo. I'm so glad to see 41 points, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not glad to see 16 for 27. You had to take 27 attempts to get to that point. The efficiency is not there, right?
Yeah.
Granted, let me stop being so harsh. He's going to work it out or whatever the case may be. But again, this is Franz's team right now. Franz was calling the shots. Dude, I literally saw Franz yelling at Paolo and telling him where to go and fully captain mode. So it's kind of crazy. Obviously I feel like there's a lot going on with the team currently, and that's why we're in this kind of drought at the moment. And unfortunately, this season has not panned out to be the way that we wanted it to be. And I feel like we're getting I'm getting a little carried away into.
Yeah, you're a little doomsday. You're a little doomsday. Hey, this is a reaction, Jay. It's okay.
Yeah,
this is what we do.
Facts.
It's raw second cousins out here, all right? So let us know how you're feeling in the comments.
Goga, 21 minutes, 7 points.
Yeah.
How many rebounds? He got 5 rebounds.
Yeah, he's kind of been – his energy
Tristan
seems to be
Silva,
fading.
Listen, why – again, I'm sorry, but why is Kenny playing 35 minutes?
Yeah, you want to see more TDS.
And Tristan plays 2 minutes.
What do you think about Jet being the sixth man tonight? I mean, it seemed like the right call out of the gate. He was the sixth man. He hits a shot right away. I think he had a nice first quarter here. Yeah, he hit 2 of his shots, and they were both threes, so he had 6 points. And that's kind of what the team is missing right now. So I thought, okay, you see Jet coming in. Hey, Coach Mosley, way to mix it up. Way to be looking for something to give this team some spacing, and it seemed like the right move early on. Later in the game, there were some miscues. Paulo's driving, and then he kind of crashes when Paulo wanted him living at the line. He got a couple ticky-tack fouls. Well, I mean, they haven't been playing together at all.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We want to play Gary Harris for 20 minutes a game.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've reached that point in the season.
He must be hearing us though, because he ain't played tonight.
Yeah. No, I don't know where this is coming from. I'd like to be a fly on the wall with the communications right now between front office and coaching staff, and
this is all just assumptions.
Yeah, exactly. Weltman's I drafted this fucker 11th overall, man. He can shoot. Put him in the game. I wanted to see him play. That's what he was thinking when he had that look on his face. Yo, have you ever met a white guy named Quentin? Okay, Quentin Post. They're doing it different in the Netherlands. They're freaky out there. All right. This man, dude, this guy
he's
is
a rookie this year, man. He's killing it.
Yeah, dude. He's Moby Dick, dude. He's the great white whale out there, man. He was splashing on us. I mean, talk about coaching moves from Mosley to put Jet in early. Kerr going
7 for 9, man.
Yeah, Kerr going to Post in the second quarter after a really hot first quarter from the Magic to give the really thin Golden State Warriors a little extra height. Turns out to be a tremendous move, and maybe the one that honestly turns the game. It's crazy to say he might have been the X factor, but if I had to point to one thing in terms of a coach's chess move, That one seemed to pay off, and I wish it would have been Jet with Mosley because it looks so good to start.
Yeah. I just looked it up since you mentioned him. He was drafted in 52.
Yeah, I think it was like on the G League team. They just signed him up. Him and Kevin Knox,
man.
they're thin. They're down.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler with 5 points.
I like to see that.
That's hilarious.
We enjoy that. We enjoy that.
That's crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. My last point, just kind of like I think was like the stinker of the night. I think couple of hours, if not an hour or so before the game, rumors start circulating. The injury report comes up. Mac McClung is available.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Why didn't he play? Come on, man.
I don't know, man. I think you're grasping at hope straws right now.
Bro.
Maybe. I don't know. But that's what, hey, Jet got in. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy, Jay.
We're not being greedy. I'm trying to be fair. This man is working his tail off, goes out there and represents the Magic and puts the Magic in their current like highest state at the moment, right? He's like he puts on that classic, that beautiful looking jersey, and this is how we do him?
You're not wrong.
Let him get out there and get a couple shots.
He's been a bucket in the G League, but it's a different beast.
No, we wanna force. So Cole had an injury, right? And we want to just push him to come back.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough loss, man. Tough loss. Paulo with 41, though. I got to be happy. I hope that we see another good effort and with some continued good efforts. Hopefully, I'll see you, Second Cousins, with Jay and Peesh and everyone down in Orlando on March 29th when our Orlando Magic take on the Kings for the 3rd annual family reunion, Court Cousins night. We got an extension on the ticket link, so you should be able to buy them for like another week or so, something like that. Man, I just wanted to see something like this from Paulo, man. It's good to see him get 41, looking like himself. He was spry, throwing down alley-oops, that monster jam on Looney. It's good to see him kind of back because, like you said, I mean, I don't see it. You're in the arena. Franz has been really stepping up. He's been much more consistent than Paulo. And our team works best when we got 2 alpha dogs, like pushing each other. And there was a time in the first quarter when they're getting in each other's face, pumping each other's chest, like yelling, like, come on, let's go. And you can only imagine what they're screaming at each other, just in that zone of aggressiveness, that kind of that flow state where you want your guys to be. And it just looks so good. And I think as Magic fans, we've seen that, and we know where this team can be. And so it's disappointing when we see losses like this. I mean, utterly just demoralizing when we see against the Cavs. But hopefully we can turn it around. We've got some winnable games coming up here. We got 2 against the Raptors Sunday and then Tuesday, then against the Bulls, all of those at home. Then some tough ones. We go play the Bucks and the Rockets, but then the Pelicans, and then again the Wolves and the Cavs again. So the Rockets, these next like 8 games, 4 of them are against probably more winnable than the others, and the others are going to be tough. We got to do something here in the next 8, Jay. I hope we go at least 5-3, something like that. We need to get a big win against one of these good teams. Like, I don't want to just get the wins against the shitty teams. We need to beat the Rockets, the Bucks, or the Timberwolves, someone legitimate.
Yeah. I'll tell you what we're also going to do.
Yeah?
We're going to ring that Cooper phone.
No. What? No, you want a tank? What are you talking about? It's too late for that, dude. That's absurd. Hey, look, I know we've had to adjust the expectations for this season. We all wanted 4th place. That was the expectation that the team set for them. They would admit they're not performing up to expectations. But we wanted to get, what was the end goal, right? Let's get that 4th seed so we can get into the playoffs again, have home court, try to get a win in the first round of the playoffs. Hey, it's a distant shot, but it's still in play. And we've got some games to go. This team hasn't played together much. I'm trying to hold on to some hope, Jay, that the team can come together again, can gel. here in this
At least
last
one of us
these
has
last
hope.
20 games. I know. But I'll be down there soon to pick you up, buddy. Don't you worry. I can't wait to come
Let's get it.
chill with you in March. But it's been good to hang with you tonight, man. Thanks for getting on. We got to do this again soon. Second Cousins. Show us some love in the comments. Let us know what's going with you. And until next
Let's
time,
get it.
peace out.